Hey guys, welcome to Chalking Creations with Carol. It is Monday night. Whoa, the beginning of the week. I have to go back to work tomorrow. Oh well, my weekend is over. I hope each and every one of you had a great weekend and everybody had good Father's Day. So, if you are just popping in, make sure you say hello so I can welcome you. If you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay so that I know you dropped in. Hey Rihanna. Hey Morgan. Glad you guys could be with me tonight. I'm hoping to get something together. I'm actually making a gift for someone, so hopefully it'll come out. We'll see. You never know. You never know. So, hey Marie, glad you could make it, darling. I'm pretty much on time tonight. So, just finished dinner. Yeah, I finished mine probably about 20 minutes ago, and then I ran in here and tried to figure out what I was going to do. So, threw some stuff together. So, once again, I need to become a little more organized with that, but it's okay. You guys are going to learn. That's just me. I'm always waiting until the last minute, but it always comes out great. So we'll let a few more people pop on, and then we'll get started. I don't want to keep everybody on here late, so I'm trying to make my lives just a little bit shorter. We'll see. Anyway. So I am going to do Mr. and Mrs. And it is a big transfer. I think this is an E-side transfer. And I started cutting it apart so we wouldn't have to do that here. So I did cut out the Mr. and the Mrs. And I cut out the cabbage rose, which I think is beautiful. I love this. I absolutely love it. I can see this being used lots and lots of ways. I'm just going to use this whitewashed board that I picked up. Actually, I picked it up at Walmart. So it is not our surface from Chalk Couture. We do have some similar to this, but I just picked this one up because I was in town. And the rest of this transfer says, pick a seat, not a side. We're all family once the knot is tied. And so it is very large. And I'm going to cut it down. So I'm trying to keep up with you guys. My best ideas are last minute. Yes, Morgan, they usually work out. Where what? Marie, maybe you're talking to somebody else. Yes, Morgan, it is exactly like the one I used the other week to do the family one. It's the same identical board. So, yeah. It would look good on glass, absolutely. Oh, the board, Marie, I got from Walmart. Yep, I got this board from Walmart. It actually hangs. It hangs. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to take the rope off the back and I'm going to change the hangers on it so that it will work the way that I want to. But this is the same board that I used when I did the family one, which is, let's see, if I move the right way, you can see it. That one right there. It's the same board, same identical board that I did with the green, that whitewashed a green. Oh, wow, yours is completely empty. I'm sorry. I got mine about 2 weeks ago. So, anyway. So, I am going to cut this part of the transfer up. And just so you know, you can cut your transfers. This should be all one piece. Like if it was on a big sign or a big chalkboard or a window or whatever, you would want to keep it in one piece so that you could just put it on there, chalk it, be done with it. Kind of a one and done. But because my board is small and the way that I want it to look, I have to cut my transfer. Doesn't matter. I can always put it back together if I decided to do it as in one piece. So the other thing is you have to make sure that you have enough green in between the sections, that you can actually cut, and there'll still be some green there because that's what you're pressing down. So always make sure before you cut it that you have enough there to be able to do it. And of course, I have plenty. So I am just going to cut this. So don't anybody cringe. It's okay, I promise. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not ruining my transfer in any way, shape, or form. It is still usable. I know. It's okay, I promise, I promise. Hi, Penny, how are you? Hey, Shirley, welcome. Glad you could make it tonight. Hey, Wayne, you too, guy. Hope you're doing well. And once again, guys, I'm just gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut these 3 pieces. It's okay. Don't anybody have a heart attack. It's all good. The lines may not be perfect, but it's okay. It's okay, I promise. I promise, I promise, I promise. I can always put it back together. Now I have it in easier pieces for me to use. Hey, Penny, I'm glad you're good, darling. Glad you're good. All right. So like I said, it does have this little string on the back. It also has this little piece. I'm going to end up taking all of that off. So we're going to go ahead and get started so that we're not on here too late. As people pop in, make sure you say hello so I know that you've come on. I'd like to welcome you. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and get ready. Excuse me, guys. We're going to go ahead and get this going. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to mix a little bit of paint. The person that I'm actually making this for is a friend of Donna's. And they actually just got married. And so this is going to be their wedding gift for them. And their wedding, the wedding party wore blue. The girls' dresses were all blue. So I went on, and I kind of have an idea of the color of blue that they were. Unfortunately, I don't have that color. So I am actually going to blend our morning sky with a little bit of Blue Jay to kind of darken this one up, because I don't have one that's in between these two. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Move that out of the way so I don't get paste all over it. And I'm going to get one of my little trays, my little paint trays, to put some of this in. And I'm going to try to only mix as much as I need. So, and the only thing that I'm using this for is for that flower. So, I need to order some more of this. Speaking of ordering, if you want anything out of the catalog, our spring and summer catalog, I would advise you to get it while you can, because it is while supplies last. We will be getting a list of retired things, retired transfers that are not going to be in the next catalog, which is going to be our fall winter one. I think we'll probably get that, I don't know, in the next couple weeks. We'll probably get it, maybe next week. I do know that there are a few transfers that have sold out. I also know that there is a few of the paste that are back ordered. There is probably, I understand believe it or not. I was listening to Ken, and almond, if you have almond, which is one of the colors of paste that we have, if you love it, it's gone. I don't think it's coming back into the next catalog, which is very upsetting to me because it's one of my favorite colors. You know, because it's not quite white, but it's not tan either. It's just a very nice off-white. And I am so upset that I didn't get another thing of it because I am almost out of it. So, now granted, that's what I heard. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they're going to replace it with something else. I don't know. Maybe they'll call it a different name. You never know. But if there's anything that you guys want, make sure you get it while you can. Because it is not guaranteed to be in the new catalog. So, there is so much in this spring and summer catalog that I really, truly want. I just don't have the money to get it all. So, anyway, I'm trying to get what I can. Because you know what? The new catalog is going to come out, and I bet there's going to be just as much in there that I'm going to want. Yes, Morgan, you could. Absolutely. You can mix a little bit of the white, the bright white with some bark probably, and just like a drop of it and get it. So I'm going to put, I know this seems like a lot, but it is a flower, and I want to make sure I have enough. So, all right, let me set this aside. I'll put my lid back on it. I know, Marie, you're trying to get everything. It is hard. It is hard to get everything. I can't. I don't have the funds to do it. So, yeah, I just want to put a little bit in here, and I want to mix it up and see what happens with the color. I need it to be a little bit darker of a blue. So remember, guys, you can mix your colors. If you need to make something, you can always mix the colors. You know, it's just like paint. You can mix the colors. I don't think I need that big of a drop. Just a little bit. So tell me what you guys have been doing. You know, I've been off for 2 days, so I'm always off on Sundays and Mondays. So I have been doing nothing. So I try to relax on my days off, and I literally felt like I was a couch potato today and yesterday. Ruining shirts. Oh my God. What did you do, Marie? Were you inking? Or did you do like me? Get bleach on them. That's usually how I ruin my shirts. Is I just get, you know, I end up getting bleach on it when I'm cleaning or something. I don't want this to be too dark. I may have to pull her dress up on the computer real quick. See if I can find it. Because it's a I don't know, it's really funny, the blue, of how to describe it. So, let me see if I can find them. Her real quick. Trying to ink them. Well, yeah, it's a good thing they're old. It's always good to try on to do ink on an old one, because if you're like me, you're gonna mess up. I have to say, the first inking thing that I did was a tea towel. Didn't come out the greatest, but it's okay. It did, my second one that I did come out much better, so it happens. It happens to the best of us. All right, let me see if I can find these dresses. They are kind of a pale blue. So I was hoping to get it just a little. I might have to add just a tad more. When you got lines, you have to make sure. You have to make sure that you scrape. Make sure you scrape it really good when you're finishing up, like right before you peel your transfer up. So that's the thing. That's the ticket. All right, I think this is a better blue. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just wanted it to be a little more her color that she used. I don't think that she's going to put it next to the dress, so I think we'll be fine with that. Let me scrape all this back into this jar here. And it's going to dry darker anyway. You know, when it dries, it usually dries just a tad darker. I mean, it's pretty close to the color that you're doing, but I think it's going to be fine for what we're using it for anyway. So I just wanted it to get a little bit closer and not be so, like this is really light, but you can see I did get it. Can you guys see that? I did get it a little bit darker. So, all right. So we are going to mark the backs of these. I think I have a pen somewhere. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I have a pen. Maybe I have a pen somewhere. Remember, you always want to mark the back of your... Of course, this pen's not going to work. Let's try another one. That one's not going to work either. I need a marker. Oh, well. I will mark them later. You know how I am. Just remember, you always want to remember which is your back and which is your front. That's why you mark it. The back is matted, where when we peel off, it's going to be more glossy on the front side. Morgan, are you laughing at me? Hey, I'm only human. What can I say? I'm not perfect. I tell you guys that all the time. That's why you guys keep watching me, because you know I am not perfect. I don't claim to be, and it is what it is. You know, you either like me or you don't. As a designer, you know, we try to find people that we can actually have a lot in common with. So if you want somebody that's going to laugh at herself for messing up, well, I'm your girl. I'm it. You'll have fun with me if you decide to come on as one of my teammates. It is what it is. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm trying to figure out if I want it to run, if I want the lines to go up and down this way, or if I want them to go side to side. And I think I like it this way because it looks more like shiplap, where when you do it this way, it looks like paneling. So that's why I was moving things around, guys. If you saw me moving stuff. And I am going to seal this after it's all dried. I'm going to seal it so that it stays on permanently. So, looks like what? Shiplap. Shiplap, Morgan. It's a type of board. I'm not crazy, I promise. I'm not crazy. I promise you. So I'm going to do the flower first, guys. So we're just going to fuzz this. What is that? Shiplap is a type of wood that you can put on your wall. A lot of old houses have it. It's kind of like tongue and groove for a floor, only it's on your wall. If that makes sense. Remember what I want to do in the bathroom? You know, the bathroom that you think is yours, even though you don't live here anymore. That's what we're going to do in there. Look it up, Morgan. You'll see. You'll see. All right, so I am just fuzzing this, guys. It is very sticky. And I noticed there's a little thing on here. I don't know what that is. Oh, piece of fuzz. I don't need it on that piece, though. All right. We're going to fuzz this a couple times so it's nice and sticky. It's okay. It'll be fine, Morgan. We will miss it when it's gone. But it's going to be so pretty when it's nice and done. All right. We'll set this aside. And then we're going to put this kind of in the center of the board. I am not waxing this board, guys. Typically I would, but because I want to spray it, I think I'll be fine. I think I will be fine. I'm just trying to make sure it's kind of centered here, as close as possible. And of course, because it has these little lines, the boards, it may not stick on those, but it'll be fine. I want it to have that kind of rustic look anyway. So, all right, so I'm gonna just make sure, I'm gonna put a little more water in this because I want it to be good enough to use and spreadable and not dry out on me. Because, you know, that's not good when it dries out on you, because then you typically will have some issues. I think some of my stuff that I ordered is going to be coming soon, so that'll be exciting. You know, it's always exciting when you get stuff. Use the wood a lot. I like the wood. I love the wood. I think it's really pretty. So, all right. I think because of the way the things are, I am going to kind of move this a little bit. Actually, you know, I got this. I thought about doing that. You can also use this if you did not know. And I might do it the opposite way because there is a really big dip there. So, all right. So I'm just going to put this on. You know. Hopefully, it's going to turn out just the way I want it. You know. Yep, Morgan, we're just going to do it. Because this way I have a little more control. And I can just pull it across. This is, if you don't have this, this is my new toy. Kind of excited about it. And it does the same thing. It just scrapes it on and pulls it off. I'll tell you another little trick about this big squeegee is it is perfect for drying your transfers. And I know you're going to say, what? Dry your transfers? I will have to show you. It is awesome. It is awesome. I might have to get a little squeegee for that one, because it's not going to let me get everything right here, and it still may not. But yeah, my transfers I did the other night, let me think what it was. All right, we're going to go ahead and peel this up, guys. This was the top. I'll turn it around so you guys can get the big reveal. I used the ones from the other night. Straight up, guys. Remember, straight up. Look how pretty that is. Perfect. We'll put that over in my water. What did we do the other night? Trying to think. Oh, when we did the Welcome to the Lake sign. Remember those are big transfers, because I used Welcome to Our Porch, and I used the one that said Go Jump in the Lake. Remember those? They're big. So I cleaned them off, and I brought them in, and I set them on my board, and I took I cleaned them like I would normally, and then I took my squeegee and I squeegeed all the water out of my transfers, and they were dry. How awesome is that? Then I could put it right back on my backer and be done with it. It was fun. It's a little trick for you guys. You know I always like to give y'all little tricks. Little tips and tricks. All right, so I'm just going to clean that off. I'm going to throw that in the trash. And then we're going to dry this. And hopefully it's going to be good and dry. So that, because we're going to layer it. And you know, sometimes when you layer stuff, it will peel off if you don't have it on there nice and dry. Hi Rhonda, how are you, darling? Hey Robbie, welcome. Glad you could make it. I'm going to make sure it's good and dry, guys. Especially in the parts that are a little bit thicker. Want to make sure it's good and dry. I always seem to hit my board with my heat gun. Always hit it. Oh, nice. Got blue on my finger. Hey, Rhonda. Welcome, darling. Welcome. All right. So now we're going to, I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. Hopefully I just don't want it to peel off. All right. So we're going to use Mr. and Mrs. I'm going to peel this one also. Peel it off. Remember, you always want to roll it. It's best if you can find a corner and roll it off and pull it off. And then make sure you fuzz it. So see, guys, if you're looking for a wedding gift for somebody, this is the perfect gift. You know, I know a lot of people are postponing their weddings or just having really small ones. And this one was actually a wedding that Donna and I were both supposed to go to on Saturday. We had already gotten the save the date card and everything last year before everything hit. And I mean, got the invitation, got the save the date card, then we got the invitation with the little RSVP, you know, that you were coming, and who all was, you know, if you were bringing a guest or whatever. And so we mailed it back, and then we found out that they had to cancel it because of everything. So we were going, and then We couldn't. But they ended up having a very small little ceremony at their house. So that was nice. That was nice that they were able to do that. It was sad that we couldn't be there with them, but it happens, right? It happens. So there's not a whole lot you can do about it. So, but I still want to give them a gift. So this is gonna be it. I think I'm gonna bring it down just a hair. Just a hair. There is this little line. Alright, so remember you only really have to press down where the transfer is. So we're going to do this in stages because I want to make sure it's going to be, oh look, how did I get paint there? Nobody told me. Nobody told me I had paint there. How did that get there? It's probably on my arm somewhere. Good thing I'm doing some other little things. I know it looks like I'm taking the paint off, but remember I'm not. Remember it dries. It'll dry back white. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this black. We're using our beautiful black. So, and the black has always got a great little consistency to it, so I'm not, probably don't have to add much water to it, if any. Maybe just a tad. I'd like it a little bit thinner. Because once again, we want to make sure it's going to go on nice and then come off and not dry on us. All right. Perfect. I'm going to take my little squeegee and I'm just going to pick it up and we're just going to go over this really quickly. Real quick so I can pull it off. Just pressing into it, making sure I get everything. Putting all that extra paste right back into my jar, and we're just going to pull it straight up. Perfect. Love it. I could not write that if I wanted to. You know? Couldn't write it if I wanted to. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dry it so I don't mess it up. And then we're going to put the mizzes. I think I'm going to put the mizzes and then I want it spaced out. It probably should be closer together, but I want to make sure I'm going to get it all on here. Because there are so many words here. Rolling it off again. Going to fuzz it really well. So it pulls off that board and doesn't pull my blue paste up with it. Remember, when you're layering things, you do want to make sure, one, it's good and fuzzed, and two, you do not want to leave the transfer on that you are chalking, because remember, the chalk paste is water soluble, and the longer you keep it on, it's going to pull that paste off because it's rehydrating the paste underneath. So always remember, you want to move really quickly. Okay? All right, so we're going to do the same on this side. just trying to make sure it's about the same. Maybe it can go up just a hair. Just a hair. Only pressing what I need to press. I think that side is still down a little bit. I think it's the flour that's messing me up. Okay, that's good. I'm pressing it as I go along, making sure I get all the air bubbles out of it. And then once again, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to get a little paste, pick it up. We're just going to go over it fairly quickly. All right, scraping it on, scraping it off, trying to make sure I get all the lines out of it. All right, we're gonna pick it straight up. Nice, really, really nice, guys. Really pretty. And then we just have to put the "and" in the middle. Mr. and Mrs. What do you think so far, guys? I couldn't have wrote that if I had to. It would not have turned out that well. All right, same thing. Make sure it's good and fuzz. So it has been really hot here today. Very warm. And then we got a rain. Rain came through a little while ago. But I did get to see 4 of my grandchildren today. They dropped in to say hello. I think that's pretty good. They dropped in. It was fun to see them. So they came to go swimming. So I was surprised to see them. It sounded like they had a really good time down at the lake. Once again, I'm just making sure I get all the lines. And we'll pull it straight up. Very good. Nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna have a lot of transfers to clean up tonight. It rained there too. Oh, it rained here today. It was horrible. I mean, we didn't get it until later. Like I said, it was nice all day, but then towards the end of the evening, it started pouring. Probably like around 4:30, 5 o'clock. So, yeah. But it's not raining anymore, so just those little storms coming through. Just trying to dry that board where I got that blue on there. So. Now guys, if you didn't want to do anything else, you could be done with this. I mean, that is really, really pretty. Mr. and Mrs. Very easy, very simple. But I'm going to add all the other little things to it. Let me grab this string so I don't keep trying. I could have put those a little bit closer, but it's okay. It's all right. But I want to put we're all family, and then once the knot is tied. So this one's going to be one of those, we're going to pull it up, move it, place it down, do it again. So we'll probably have to dry in between though. We'll roll it over. But if you were making this on one big thing, it would be beautiful, just all done. On like a big chalkboard or a large picture frame would be really pretty. You could put it on a canvas. That would be really pretty. So let's try it on the other side. It might help if I actually fuzzed it on the right side. It's been one of those days. I'm a little out of it. Once again, remember, I told you, if you're looking for perfection, you're not going to get it with me. At least I remembered what I was doing. It's like, that's the wrong side, Carol. You got to put it on the right side. You know? Must have it on the right side when you're fuzzing with your fuzzing cloth. Morgan, stop laughing at me. Oh my goodness. Oh well. I guess it could be worse, right? It could be worse. So I think we're going to do the family first. We're all family. I'm going to put all family first. Maybe right about there. Just trying to make sure I can get it all on there. I'm just trying to see. I think that'll be right. All right. Once again, we're doing it all in black. Just makes it easier that way, and I think it'll just be pretty. We're just going to squeegee it on, and we're going to squeegee it off. Remember, we still have that flour underneath there, so we don't want this paste to sit on there too long, because you know what will happen. It will hydrate it and cause it to come off. So I'm making sure I get it all in there really good. Scraping my paste back into my jar. Remember, you always want to save your paste as much as you possibly can. No use wasting it, right? See one little spot right there I missed. Okay. And then I'm going to pick this straight up. And you saw me fuzz it. Oh, nice. I'm just going to set this aside really, really quickly, because I need that other top part of it, but let's go ahead and dry this. Check it. Perfect. Then we're going to use, I'm going to move these out of the way so they don't get stuck. Then we're going to put this up here. Press it down. Once again, taking our squeegee. load it with some paste. Go over it. Telling you guys, you're looking for a project, you need a gift. This is definitely, this company is so awesome. If I had to use my Cricut, and I'll be honest, I have a Cricut, I do, but if I had to weed all these letters and put this on here, it would take me forever. But easy peasy, just like that, literally. So easy, guys. Anyone can do it. All right. And then we're going to put, so it's going to say, we're all family once the knot, and then we're going to put is tied. There at the bottom. Oh my gosh, it can be a pain. Yes. And sometimes, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've made lots and lots of things with mine. Lots of gifts. Especially at Christmas time. But I'm thinking this year it's going to be so much easier. So much easier. Not going to have to worry. It can be permanent if I use ink. It can be permanent if I use chalk and then seal it with a sealer. I mean, there is so much you can do with it. So, Barbara, I am actually, this is actually a, it's a heat gun, and it's for embossing, like if you did embossing on cards and stuff. So it is put out, it's called Collectors. I got it from Michael's, and it's online, and I think it's like $20, maybe $25. So, and I had a coupon for it. I think I paid $18 for it at Michael's. But it's just, it's a heat gun, so it gets hotter than a hair dryer. And I used a hair dryer in the beginning, but I felt like it was too bulky. And I'd seen somebody using this, and I asked the same thing. I was like, what is that? And it's an embosser. It's a heat gun embosser. But I liked it because it's small, and as long as you always move it, and don't just hold it on there, it won't burn like your surface, because it does get hot. One thing I would tell you is when you're using it, when you're doing the chalk and peel, where you chalk it and then you peel it up and you dry it, you don't want to get that heat real close to your transfer, because it will cause it to kind of warp a little bit. So just got to be real easy with that. But I love it. Like I said, I got it from Michael's for, I think it's like $20 some, and you could probably get a coupon. Michael's is always doing something like that. So it's great. I love it. So if you want one, that's where you can get it. I also liked it because it was teal. It's perfect color. All right. So let's pull this up. And we're going to put this right about here. I'm just trying to make sure it's centered, guys. You know, I took this all apart, so it looks about right. I'm just going to press it down, make sure I don't have any air bubbles in it. It looks straight. Once again, we're just going to use our black. We're just going to really quickly go over, pressing it into the letters, into that transfer, that silk screen there. We're going to wipe it off, put our paste back into our jar. Just going to come over it and make sure it's all pressed in there. And then I'm just going to pull it straight up. Marvelous, marvelous. You're welcome, Barbara. You're welcome. Nice, guys. It looks so good. I hope they love this. I really do. I hope they really, really like it. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. You probably get it on sale for probably, I think I got it for like $18, which I didn't think was bad for it, so. And I also like it because it's not super loud. Some blow dryers, when you're trying to do something really quickly and you turn it way up, it's really, really loud. So, nice, 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 nice. All right, so the last one is, so it's going to say, we're all family once the knot is tied. So once again, we're going to fuzz this, peeling it up, and then we're just going to flip it over. Now I know I'm not going to get all these little curly cues on there, but that's okay. We'll get the words, and that's all that matters, so. You know, that's all that matters. So I was really hoping, I had ordered some stuff from Amazon, and I was really hoping it was going to be here today. So I think it's going to be here tomorrow. So keeping my fingers crossed, because I'm kind of excited about what we might do tomorrow. And then if some of my new transfers come in that I just ordered, it'll be a perfect project night tomorrow night. But we'll have to see. So I'm kind of excited. All right, so let's put this one here. I'm gonna kind of make sure I've got it in the right spot. Somewhere close. I think that'll work. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure I don't have any air bubbles. Pressing it down. Perfect. All right. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put a little paste on here. Come across, pressing it as we go, guys. Remember, you always want to press it as you go. Dragging your chalk across it. All right. Put your paste back into your jar. All right. Perfect. We're going to peel it up. Nice. Nice, guys. Super, super cute. I think this turned out so good, guys. Honestly, it is beautiful. It is gorgeous. Well, guys, you know we're coming to the end. Remember, if there's anyone out there that's interested, let me know. You can put hashtag team and I can send you the video for the opportunity group. Remember, we have Chalk Couture. That's a monthly subscription. It's $19.99. It comes straight to your door. It is your transfer and 3 chalk paste. I always say add that Kickstart kit because it's going to give you a surface that you can actually put that on. Also comes with some other things like a squeegee and your utility tool and board eraser. So it's a whole little kit for you. And other than that, guys, I think this turned out adorable. I think any bride or groom would be thrilled to get this as a gift. And I hope our friends really enjoy it because I enjoyed making it. And I think it is gorgeous. So, other than that, guys, I guess I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Remember, it's 8:30 tomorrow night, right here, same place, same bat channel, as they used to say. And if there's anything else I could do for you, always remember you can send me a message. If you have any questions, I'd love to help you guys out. So enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. And I guess I will be talking and chalking with you guys tomorrow night. Bye, guys. Night.